up tonight, Clark? I know these games get very intense.
Yeah, in many ways too, Kevin. The crowd is more amped up, louder, more emotional, more rabid, and the emotions between the players can run high, leading to friction and confrontation. So it's a charged environment when you lock heads with your rival.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Matthews and Barnes, the forward pair. J.J. Barea is out there with Smith. And it's Nowitzki in at the center. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Kevin, I've got a lot of respect for the offensive game of J.J. Barea. I mean, this guy picks his spots well and plays within himself. He knows his limitations.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And J.J. Barea grew up a big fan of Allen Iverson. He's not the answer, Clark, but Barea certainly in that mold as a player 6 feet and under with a quickness who can break down the defense.
And he plays with an aggressiveness and an edge that's similar to what Iverson brought. Iverson was the #1 overall pick. Barea, Kevin, undrafted. Certainly he's exceeded expectations. He's got a great change of pace in his play, and he was really instrumental in Dallas's 2011 title run.
Nowitzki, no good. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Mbamute. Capella with a screen on Barea. Now here's Tucker, covered by Barnes and stolen by Barnes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he's shifty, he's quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
He misses the free throw, and the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And he's good on the second. And Clark, this Houston team is so good at moving the ball around, top 3 in assists last season, and they know how to get a good shot. There's no doubt about that. Just keeping the defense following the ball, moving them side to side, keeping them on the move. How does that affect team chemistry?
I think it does wonders for team chemistry, Kevin, because everybody's happy. They're enjoying touching the ball, getting shots, playing at a fast pace. It's certainly fun for us to watch and for the fans to watch, and I think it helps to recruit other good players who enjoy watching that style and wanting to be part of it.
Nowitzki a screen. Mbamute against Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Off the pick. And Matthews throws it down.
You know, one thing about Nowitzki, he is a reliable screener, a guy you can count on to give up his body for his team.
Paul kicks to Mbamute. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky. Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Tries again. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. Barea, no good. The Rockets trail. Paul outside. Gordon dishes to Paul. There's the screen. Pass to Tucker. Screen by Capella. Corner shot. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his first points of the game.
Boy, that's impressive. I mean, not often do you see shots like this find the net. Fortunately, the basket got in the way.
Smith against Paul. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the left side wing. Barea with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Barea's got 7.
And, you know, Barea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
There's a good screen, and that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. Over to the left wing. Mbamute.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
And Barea has it in the corner, and he gets it to go from the corner. He's got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Wasted no time on that one.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Got to respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
Matthews left side. Nowitzki a screen. Up off the screen, and it's Matthews with the jam.
Nice display of speed by Matthews there. I mean, he loves knifing through the defense and getting to the rack.
And Tucker kicks to Mbamute. Here's Capella. Trains it from 9 feet away.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
The Mavericks leading. Barea, the pass to Smith. The baseline J. Some solid D from Paul. The Rockets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Gordon dishes to Tucker. And here is Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Capella, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Well, Swiss center Clint Capella is up there as one of the most efficient players in the league. He's only 22, but he's efficient mostly because all his shots come right at the basket, right on the doorstep. Last season, he finished near the top of the league, in fact, in field goal percentage.
And for a while, he was leading the league, if I recall correctly, Kevin. Capella knows who he is, what he's about, and what his team needs from him. So he finishes off his chances that are created by guards penetrating. Not flashy, but very effective.
Pass to Matthews from deep. Rebounded by Capella. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Paul outside. Gordon against Barea. Dishes it to Tucker from outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Tucker's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, I love Eric Gordon as a combo guard. He's a multi-talented player who can play either guard position.
Smith with a screen on Gordon. Here's Barea, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. for the Rockets. Tarek Black comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Anderson in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Doug McDermott comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for J.J. Barea. 5 to shoot. Powell with the screen. Smith for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they performed. And it paid off.
The pass to Ferrell. Smith drives in, knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Over to the wing. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Mavericks trail by 6. Ferrell kicks to McDermott. Powell, the pass to McDermott. Powell with the screen to stop the drought. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you know, one thing you can be certain of with the Mavs, guys, is they're going to make the most of what they have. I think Rick Carlisle, who actually spent some time as the head coach of the Pistons and the Pacers, is one of the very best in pro sports. He's a master at putting his players in the optimal position for their success.
The free throw drops for McDermott. You talk about the Mavs keeping some tricks up their sleeves. Their mastery of the zone defense, crucial to their 2011 title.
Yeah, you know, zone defense, Kevin, much less common than man-to-man. Teams don't see it much over the course of a season. Part of the reason that if teams play it effectively, it can be a good tool. They knew if they got good at it, they could stymie unprepared opponents, and that's what they did. Just the way they did against LeBron in Miami in those finals back in 2011.
There's the pick. McDermott with a steal. To the right side. Dallas moving it around. Ferrell, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Paul, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Paul's got his first basket of the night. Mavericks trail by 4. Defended by Anderson. Off the screen. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Outside, Green. That one doesn't go. Dallas is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Passes it to McDermott. Here's Ferrell. They set the pick. For the 3. Hands it from downtown. Ferrell's got 5 points so far.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Paul dishes to Gordon. Anderson the screen. On the wing, Green. And another 3 for Houston.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Powell with the screen. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. And you take a look at Clark Dwight Powell, 6'11", 240 pounds. Do you see him as more of a power forward or as a center?
I think he's kind of a tweener, Kevin. I mean, he's a guy that I think can play both spots. He's got more of a power forward's body, but kind of a center's game. I mean, if he can develop that jump shot, I think his best niche would be as a face-up four-man.
And the first one drops. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of their franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he, and what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Boy, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Hakeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Farrell. Jacks up a three. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5 now.
Powell playing with a lot of confidence because he knows he has the trust of his teammates. They've got confidence in him to take these shots.
Black kicks to Gordon. The dish now to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, CP3 dealing with some serious defensive heat there and just kind of shrugs it off like it's no big deal. His concentration on the jump shot, excellent.
Kicks it to Powell. Defended by Anderson. Back to Powell. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, Powell continues to want to expand his range to get better shooting from deep. When he's connecting from outside, I think it helps his team in a big way.
Outside Gordon. This one for 3. Powell pulls it in. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Houston. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Down low. And Green slams it in.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Here's Farrell. He's got 5. He dishes it to Powell. Up and in on the layup. He's got 10.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
We've got more in store for you right after this. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, you know, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. You know, to be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. You know, one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Farrell. He feeds it to McDermott. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Green kicks to Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Now you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
McDermott with it. Pass to Farrell. Back to McDermott. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And Green slams it in.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And we all know that Mike D'Antoni is one of the most respected offensive minds in basketball. You look at his coaching tree, and there are branches all over the NBA. He has a lot of respect from his peers.
I mean, when you have sustained success like D'Antoni has had, the respect comes with that track record of success. D'Antoni has a great working relationship with a lot of other coaches as well.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
The pass to Mejri. 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. They set the pick. Paul kicks to Black. The feed to Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 5 points so far.
So pretty to watch when Harden gets room to shoot from 3. I mean, his release, picture perfect. I think it's going in every time.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, D.A. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Tarek Black. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anderson. And Mbah a Moute comes in for Green. Smith kicks to Barea. Screen by Smith. Barnes sets a screen for Barea. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Barea against Harden for the 3. Here's Capella. It's blocked, but he recovers it. Paul against Barea. From deep, Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now Smith looking for his first basket still in this one. And Barea has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And Barea is a fiery little guard who loves pulling up from anywhere on the court.
Screen by Capella. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Now here's Barea. 12 points for him. There's the pick. In the corner, Smith with it. No good from outside. Here's Houston now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Over in the corner, Paul. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Rockets.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. And so it's Houston with it. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Smith against Paul. And here is Measury. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Wes Matthews, known as a two-way player. Clark, which aspect stands out to you the most? His offense or his defensive game?
Well, I think it's his offensive game from the standpoint of making the three-point shot. He's become a laser out there, and defensively very competitive, takes the challenge. He's rugged and tough and plays with the edge of a guy who wasn't drafted. Offensively, he can post you up a little bit, too.
Dallas calls timeout.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
There's the screen to end the run. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Smith.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
Harden outside, shoots over Matthews. Harden, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Barnes passes to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. Goes up off the pick. And then Smith with the dunk.
And I like the fact that Smith is very quick of foot, gets into the lane easily, and then finishes really well around the rim.
Paul kicks to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A-plus defense.
Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Barnes.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
Smith against Paul. Screen by Capella. Harden with room to shoot. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Smith. Passes it to Measury. To the middle. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A 3 from Barnes. Here's Measuring. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Back to Ba'amute. Bangs home the trifecta. And Ba'amute has got 15 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Dallas calls timeout.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Chris Paul. And Dallas with a change here too. Powell's checked in. Smith with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And it's Smith penetrating. It's deflected.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
Gordon for three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. He's able to just carry an offense with his creativity, garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Mbamute dishes to Tucker. Chalk up 2 there. Tucker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Nowitzki with the screen on Mbamute. Nowitzki in the post. Capella's there. The shot by Powell, no good. Rockets leading by 10. Outside Gordon. Matthews with the steal. Barnes outside. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Matthews sets a screen for Smith. Powell with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Nowitzki for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists in the game. Harden against Smith. Capella, the pass to Mbamute. Screen by Capella. It's Harden with the drive, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tariq Black, he's checked in for Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gerald Green in for Mbamute.
You know, the Mavericks are in an interesting phase, kind of that in-between, in-betwixt phase. Even as they look to go young around him, they're committed to keeping Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas for the remainder of his career. So, again, a delicate position, but I think they're doing it the right way, keeping Dirk around.
Down low, and Anderson slams it in.
Outstanding presence of mind. Harden is constantly looking for the open shooter.
Farrell kicks to Matthews, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Barea is checked in for Matthews. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Back to Barea. Clock at 6. Powell with the screen, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Houston leading by 9. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Green. Black. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Mavericks have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Harden with it. He's got 16. Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Rick, what do you not like about how your team is playing so far?
Well, we weren't into it. We missed the block out. We were taking a couple of bad shots. So we just need to refocus. Key in this game, we got to take away their open jump shots and threes, and we got to rebound.
Rick, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, Ernie.
James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden. Mavericks trail by 8. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Rockets. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Luke Mbamute out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the 5. Smith against Paul. Mbamute can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Smith kicks to Matthews. Some nice passing here by Dallas. To the paint, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Nowitzki.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Clock at 6. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. The fader, and that one drops for him. Nowitzki's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Mavs. And the speed of the NBA is something that just can't be measured until you experience it. So, Clark, when you take that into account, who are some of the quickest players right now in the league?
Well, I think you start with Russell Westbrook and John Wall. I don't think there's anybody in the league quicker than those guys with the ball. Those guys can go end to end quicker than anybody. Wall might be the fastest. Westbrook is right there with him.
Barnes outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Baseline jumper with the second effort. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
The first free throw is good. And the Rockets play at one of the highest paces in the NBA. A lot of possessions for both sides as they want as many chances as they can possibly get to score. Clark, when you think about that, how do you prepare for a team like the Rockets if you're their opponent?
Well, there are a couple of things you can do. One is you try to slow them down, and some teams are equipped to do that. Other teams are equally adept at the three, so you match them shot for shot. But the problem with that is Harden is really good in the half court. And even when you take away transition, he can hurt you in the half-court game.
Smith wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Smith's got 7 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in steals, 4th in assists, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he sported some of the quickest hands in the league last year, putting him top 3 in steals. He was consistently all over the basketball. Rockets leading by 6. There's a screen. And Tucker kicks to Mbamute. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 18.
That's just unselfish basketball by Tucker, making the extra pass to set up his teammate.
Correa, the pass to Barnes. Nowitzki a screen. Shot off the pick. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nowitzki with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Correa, that's a two-pointer. A putback. He can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. Over in the corner, Mbamute. The offensive rebound, Capella. And he could not get that one to go.
Two shots,
a lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Man, it's nice to see Capella get that deep position inside, and then he's able to draw the foul as he forces the defense to whack him.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate. And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
That free throw, no good. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better. Coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. The first time in a long time for the Mavs. And they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
Smith's showing you that he's aggressive, he's athletic, and he's strong. Doesn't mind playing through contact. He gets the job done.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Smith. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Plays it in off the breakaway. Smith's got 8 points here in this quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. There's a screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. In the third spot, Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Barea against Paul. Barea dishes to Barnes. Basket good. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has the green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
Paul passes to Harden. He kicks to Amute. Capella with a screen on Barnes. Back to Harden. From past the arc. The Rockets with another miss. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Barnes kicks to Smith. Connects from three-point range. Smith's got 15 points.
Well, you got to get out on Smith from deep, Kevin. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
Feeds it to Amute. Now Capella. 9 points in the game so far. Screen by Capella. And they double up Paul. And the dunk by Capella. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Nice recognition that time from Capella, aggressively rolling to the bucket after setting the screen.
And it's Smith penetrating. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Smith's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
On the wing, Harden. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Screen by Smith. Barea against Paul. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barea. Smith for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Harden kicks to Paul. Screen by Amute. Back to Harden. From the wing, he gets it in there. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores in so many ways, making it look easy.
Here's Barnes. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. Green, he's checked in for Amute. And Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. Now here's Harden. 18 points for him. Here's the teardrop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Free throw good, James Harden. And Dirk Nowitzki last season passing 30,000 points for his career. As Clark enters his 40s, how much longer do you think he can keep it up?
Well, I don't know. He probably want to play until he's 50. And if he was able to, the Mavericks would certainly have a spot for him. But I think, 40, 41, that's a pretty high bar for NBA players. But if anybody could do it, Dirk might hang around that long. Well, you look at a player of Harden's ability, and a couple of things stand out for me. One is his competitive spirit. He's understated, but he's very competitive. He doesn't take nights off. He's a guy who really takes pride in showing up and playing every game.
Here's Black, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And that one misses. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Barea out to the right wing. Farrell for 3. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Farrell's got 8 points. And to illustrate Harden's competitive nature, last season he famously said, "I just want to hoop. I'll rest when I'm done." Clark, that's exactly what you want to hear from your team leader.
Yeah, you love hearing that. Owning the responsibility of leading and showing up all the time. And Harden, heavily depended upon by his team, gives you everything he has every night. Not super flashy, but very competitive and driven.
First one falls for him. In the post, Clark, you were as polished as they come. I watched it with my own eyes and loved the way you play. Just how important, when you go back to that time, is footwork for a big man in the NBA?
Well, I think it's everything, regardless of what size you are, big or small. Fundamentally sound footwork is essential to being a solid offensive basketball player. And as a guy who played inside and out, it was something I took pride in. And I wasn't the greatest athlete, a decent athlete, so my footwork allowed me to gain an advantage against bigger guys.
In the corner, Powell with it. Another 3 for Dallas.
Powell looking more and more comfortable with his jump shot. I like seeing him pull up from here.
Now here's Harden, guarded closely. Barea against Gordon. Anderson the screen. Jumper off the screen. That shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Dishes it to Barea. Pass to Powell. For the lead. It's rebounded by Houston. And here's Harden. 20 points for him. Green dishes to Harden. Picked him clean. Here's Farrell, guarded by Green. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Tarek Black. That's his third foul of the game. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 1. Powell with the screen. Farrell for 3. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Harden the pass to Gordon. They set the pick. Down low. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Dallas moving the ball around. For the lead. The rebound by Anderson.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C+ range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Here's Gordon. Looking to end the drought. That shot off the mark. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Barea, that's a 2-pointer. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Denver Nuggets. In the corner, it's Gordon. Anderson the screen. Back to Harden for 3. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Nice to see Harden continue to expand his range. He is an absolute laser from outside.
There's the dish to Barea from deep 3-point range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barea. And a chance now to review the shot chart for the Rockets.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. They set the pick. Harden kicks to Gordon. Anderson the screen for 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Green. Harden's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Barea. Kicks to McDermott. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Powell. Dallas, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He was all alone on that one. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for Houston.
Their third 3-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's Farrell. He's got 8. They set the pick. Will it go? Here's Powell. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And the second free throw, good. Rockets leading by 9. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely. On the wing, Gordon. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Powell, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep playing. Keep playing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A lot of game left. Come on, hang in there, guys. Hang in there.
And some encouraging words from Coach Rick Carlisle, pleading with his guys to stay strong.
Yeah, he wants to keep them from getting into their heads. I mean, trust the system, play with confidence, and let everything evolve from there.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got McDermott. Farrell is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Dwight Powell. Powell with the screen. Launches it. Harden grabs the miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Gordon with no one around. No good on the 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Farrell. The pass to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Takes it from 10. Jump shot is good. Here is Harden. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
So for the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Tarek Black. And Bahamute comes in for Gerald Green. And Paul subbed in for James Harden. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Basket counts.
Nice to see Gordon use his touch down low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Smith with it. Nowitzki outside. Back to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. Up off the screen, and it's Smith finishing it off.
No messing around from Smith there. When he's on the attack, he's got room to soar. He takes off towards the rim. Boom.
Gordon with a screen on Smith. Paul against Smith. Lets it go from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Warriors in Oakland. To the middle. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, Nowitzki, who's been a Hall of Fame player throughout his career, had an Achilles injury last year, and there was some question as to whether or not he would retire. Nice to see him back in action for one more season.
And Nowitzki had said his goal was to make it an even 20 years playing in the NBA, Clark.
And Kevin, here he is, season 20, after all he's accomplished and all this time, to see him still
Take a break.
playing and still contributing at a very high level, really remarkable.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you take a look at this Houston Rockets offense. They've got so many threats, and Harden is clearly the big one. He's in the middle of it all, and his teammates do a nice job of playing off of him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Clark, so much of the offensive burden has fallen on the shoulders of Harden. Now he's got some help, certainly, with Chris Paul.
You know what? As well as Harden played last season at the point guard spot, I think this trade was just too good to pass up. I mean, I anticipate they're going to make one heck of a duo.
In the corner, Smith with it. Dallas, no good that time either. Houston leading by 5. Gordon for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nowitzki's got 8 rebounds in this game. Barnes outside. Here's Farrell. Bullseye.
And you know, Barnes is a really good all-around talent, a skilled passer for a guy his size.
Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Gordon, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's 9 points for Eric Gordon. Mavericks trailed by 5. Farrell passes to Smith. They set the pick. And then Smith with the dunk.
Wow, that is strong production there. When Smith gets going, he's really hard to slow down.
The feed to Mba Amute. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Ball against Smith. Outside Matthews. Barnes sets a screen for Matthews. The baseline J. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And now just a 1-point Rocket lead. Matthews has gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Gordon a screen, passes it to Paul. Good on the baseline J. And the Rockets lead by 3.
From that area of the court, he's automatic. I mean, the mid-range jumper is and always will be Chris Paul's shot.
Smith dishes to Barnes. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barnes. Shoots over Tucker. Barnes can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 3. Gordon kicks to Paul. Tips it up, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Nowitzki a screen. Feeds to Smith. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Smith's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Paul, and it's sent back by Nowitzki.
And, you know, Nowitzki is capable of 86ing these shots now. That means rejection, using his height and wingspan to deny.
Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Matthews. Capella inside. He's against Smith. Capella with the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Smith outside. From the stripe. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Smith's got 26 points. Houston in the lead. Now Gordon. Screen by Capella. Gordon kicks to Capella. He feeds it to Paul. In the corner, it's Gordon. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
They set the pick. In the corner, Farrell. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Screen by Capella. Paul with the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
You know, one of the things that you notice about Chris Paul, Kevin, is that he uses screens exceedingly well.
Here's Farrell. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki with the screen on Mbamute. And Matthews gets it to go.
Man, what razor-sharp focus by Matthews. Not letting the defense distract him or bother him. He's awesome at knocking down these shots.
Paul passes to Capella. He kicks to Mbamute. There's the pick. Screen by Capella. Paul's shot is off.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Paul with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Farrell for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 16th rebound on the night. Mbamute dishes to Paul. In the corner, it's Capella. Pass to Mbamute. Clock is at 3. Here's Tucker. The Rockets again can't hit. Mavericks trail by 3. Matthews goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Matthews has got 6 points in the quarter.
And Matthews, Kevin, enjoys, relishes these big shots. When it's an important time in the game, he wants the ball.
And Mbamute kicks to Capella. Lob pass to Capella. Houston moving the ball around. A 3 ball. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Smith the pass to Matthews. There's the screen. Pass to Farrell. Shot off the screen. The shot comes out. Gordon with the defensive effort. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Golden State Warriors. Tucker can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Smith, no luck. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Another shot. Shot's good from Mbamute. Mbamute's got 20.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. J.J. Barea's checked in for Yogi Ferrell. Up top, Capella, defended by Nowitzki. Dishes to Mbamute. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Nowitzki a screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Paul dishes to Capella. Kicks to Harden. Over Barea. And it falls over the rim and in. And now an 11-point Rocket lead.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Rockets.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Houston making some changes. Tariq Black, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gerald Green in for Chris Paul. Now here's Green. Defense is right there. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, that shot misses.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 11. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Twelve seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Barea. That's tipped. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. Great crowd tonight, but what made the difference down the stretch?
We were trying to play solid defense, talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. It was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, we got a good victory at home.
Big win, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.